Pivotal. That's awful. Daniel Cleaver or Mark Darcy? You need to pick who's your favourite. Do you like Hugh Grant or Colin Firth? Do you like Daniel Cleaver, Mark Darcy? Now, if anyone has read these books, which I have, when the film came out and Colin Firth, who actually played Darcy in Pride and Prejudice, the TV adaptation on the BBC, I think, it was kind of famous. And it was like, Darcy, when he jumped in the water with the white shirt, and it was like, maybe I'm a different type of person, but I don't get the hype. Anyway, because he played that part, in the book, Bridget was obsessed with this adaptation of Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth. So when Colin Firth played Mark Darcy, it then took away the exciting parts of the book. I think it was in the second one where she interviewed Colin Firth, Bridget Jones. This is obviously all fiction. Now, I share my birthday with Mr. Colin Firth. He is, of course, slightly older. I really enjoyed this movie. I remember when it first came out, it was like, ooh, Renée Zellweger is going to be doing a British accent. And I think that she did a really, really, really good job. I liked the second movie. I've only ever watched the third one in Spanish with Spanish subtitles. I'm lying. I have seen it. It was better in Spanish than it was because I could just guess what was going on. When I watched it in the original format, then I was a bit like, oh, it's a bit cheesy it was for my liking. But the girl from Him and Her was in it. And I love her. I think she's amazing. I want to call her Stacey. Is her name Stacey? This girl. I'll find out what her name is. Yeah. And yeah, I really like her. I love Him and Her. Him and Her is one of my favourite TV programmes. I just think the way it was acted was so realistic and obviously ridiculous with the sister and the neighbour. But I think the dynamic between the male and the female main characters, I really enjoyed. I thought it was lovely. I like the word lovely. I think I use it a lot. I realise that I fidget a lot and also I touch my face. I do this and I go, I must have some tick where I touch my nose. Although my nose isn't running, but I must have some kind of strange tick that I've adopted through the years. Fun fact, I can't blow my nose. I've refused to do it as a kid, didn't like it, and I've never got over that thing, and I've tried to do it as an adult. And I just, it just makes me uncomfortable. And I think maybe I have a phobia of snot. It's not a real phobia. It's not like, oh, I'm going to die. I can't leave the house. Really don't like. There we go. Got nothing to do with Bridget Jones' Diary, has it? It's a nice little romantic film. Starts at Christmas, ends at Christmas. I've also noticed that I think that maybe do I have big hands? I said this to my friend and he went, it's your camera. And I was like, maybe it's my camera. But then why does my hand look really... Doesn't it look big over my face? I look like I have really big hands. Do I have big hands? What does that mean? What does big hands mean? You won't want one of these shovels. Hands like shovels. Good for getting rid of snow. Look, I'm sorry if I've been... I don't think you're an idiot. There is an element of ridiculous about you. Your mother's pretty interesting. And you really are an appallingly bad public speaker. And you let whatever's in your head come out of your mouth, despite consideration of any consequences. I realised that when I met you at the turkey curry buffet, that I was unforgivably rude and wearing a reindeer jumper, which my mother had given me the day before. What I'm trying to say is that, rather inarticulately, is that despite appearance, I like you very much. No, I like you very much, just as you are.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
And remember, if you can't be good, be naughty.